So, Will, as we end up here, I'm going to reverse course a little bit. And instead of you asking me the question, I'm going to ask you the question because I think you're very well positioned with your work at the Margala Center and in your background to sort of think about this. Any thoughts on what, sort of the conversation we had and sort of what this latest news around these vaccine trials might mean for the future of vaccine development and even other therapy development and associated policy?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question, and I'll keep it at a high level. One thing I wanted to make sure to hit on is I think the success that we saw in the United States with the rapid coordination of vaccine trials and rapid enrollment, and then of course the high effectiveness. I think it shows that as a country that has tended to underinvest in public health, that if we do invest in public health, we can achieve really good outcomes. That is something that I just think it's so important to emphasize that, if we dedicate sufficient resources, not just investment, but also, from the top down, from the government, if there's extra effort and resources put into coordinating that response, we can achieve wonderful things while also allowing companies to innovate and to innovative purchasing designs and trial designs. So a lot of positives there that I think we can continue if we make those investments moving forward. A second thing that I would mention, which you briefly hit on, is sort of vaccine confidence. Very long, complicated topic, especially in the United States, and certainly don't have time to go into it in detail. But I would say there's an opportunity here if rollout can occur, equitably and efficiently, especially because the vaccine effectiveness so far seems to be very high. There's a real opportunity if we can roll this out well, that vaccine confidence will improve moving forward. Because people will see, yes, this vaccine was available to me for free. It was highly effective. It came quickly and it prevented a national emergency. I'm able to go, see my family during the next holiday season as everyone is currently thinking how they're going to have to adjust their plans. On the contrary, if that does not occur, it could present further problems for vaccine confidence. So again, there's just a lot of people are going to be watching how this rollout occurs, and I can't understate the importance there. And then just finally, to hit on a previous point that I said, is equity. We have a chance to improve equity here with the rollout of the vaccine, and we have a chance to build on that and show that success and use that success to make better investments in public health and the social safety net system. So hopefully, if we can do this, it opens up, a better conversation for more effective investments in the structures that we have currently.
Yeah, thanks, Will. And really, I think you captured it all. I don't have anything else to add other than to underscore your point about investments in public health. And it's kind of like the fire department, to use an analogy. You hope you don't need it, but when you do, you want it to be there and available for you. And that's the same concept that people use with population and public health investments. It's easy to sort of ask, where's the help or where are the resources when you're in the middle of a pandemic or other public health crisis. But you have to do an investment in advance in order to try to prepare yourself. And I think this is an area in the United States in particular where public health infrastructure and investments really is not at par with what many experts think we need. So I completely echo that point. So I want to thank you, Will, for taking your time and share your expertise and knowledge with our audience, and very much appreciate it. Dr. Will Bleser, who is at the Duke Margala Center for Health Policy in Washington, D.C., and a health services researcher, a proud Penn State alum from our HPA doctoral program. I want to thank our audience for taking time to view this segment, and hopefully you found this interesting. I think as we talked about, there's a lot of technical details and research details and scientific details associated with getting vaccines developed into market. And our goal today was to try to, not be entirely in the technical weeds, but also be sort of a little bit above what you get in the popular press and media, and to try to dive into a little bit of the detail for the layperson so that he or she can understand a little bit more how this works, and also hopefully have a little bit more confidence in the process. So until next time, thank you, and best wishes.
Yeah, thanks for having me.